And somebody tell me if everybody sees everything okay. Give me a thumbs up. Well, it looks like to me that we're working fine. Okay, now I do ask that you pay attention. That means most of the time you need to be watching the screen. And the second thing is, if you have a question, make sure you unmute yourself and ask a question, okay? All right, so today we're going to look at the test and see what it looks like so you can be ready for it. And here is the dates. There's the dates right there. I don't know why 5.2 and 5.3 don't have date. Oh, I hadn't changed them yet. I'll change those right quick. And you can watch it while I do it. So for 4.1, 4.2, and change that to homework. For 4.1, 4.2, 5.1, 5.2, 5.3, and 5.5, because we skipped 2 sections. I will change that date to, today's the 4th, so I'll change it to the 6th. And for all of you, when you go to your assignments now, it will have the dates as the 6th. And it will have the Unit 2 test right here. It will be on the 8th. Everybody with me? The 6th and the 8th. Everybody's like looking in and see. Tell Miss Taylor, Miss Patterson, unmute your mic. Miss Patterson, unmute your mic.
Okay, you're unmuted.
Amanda, this is Miss Taylor. This is working perfect. She didn't hear. Did she hear me?
Okay.
She can't hear you.
Okay.
Ask him if there's a way for y'all to make it go away where you don't see all the other people and you can make your picture here, because your picture's so small, they're having trouble seeing.
What did she say?
On my Chromebook, like where all the people are at the bottom, it takes up like most of the screen, so I can't see your screen.
Say it one more time, Miss Patterson. What?
I can't see your screen that well because it's like really small because there's like the people on the bottom.
You should be able to maximize it. There should be a thing on there where you should maximize it. It should be taking up your whole screen. You might have to go over to go down to your Teams, go down to your Teams icon, and you might be able to click on another view because it should be covering your whole screen. Is everybody else having a problem seeing my screen?
I got it fixed.
Okay, good. Now, where's Miss Taylor?
She's right here.
Okay, let me speak to her.
Yeah. Okay, let me turn off Bluetooth so you can hear.
Is she, you got it where she can hear me?
Not yet, I'm trying to fix that.
Well, just tell her that this is working on my end. It's working on my end. Is this working on your end?
You might just have to turn your Bluetooth.
Okay, she can't hear me.
Okay, I can hear you now.
Okay, this is working. I can see everybody clear as a bell. I can hear everybody, but they won't talk. But, you know, whenever they need to talk, I could hear Miss Patterson. Is it working on your end?
Perfect. I can hear you. She's got it on her Chromebook right now, but yeah, I can hear you good. And they're all telling me that they can hear you.
Well, this is what I meant the first day.
Right. We'll keep rolling with this then.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. All right. So I'm going to click on the test. And I didn't receive any questions from anybody, so that means everybody understands the material. So we're going on and look at the test now. And I hit the wrong button, but that's okay. And assignment manager. And here is the test.
Can I say something?
Say again?
I'm still a little confused with 4.2 residuals.
Okay, it's saying Mr. McDonough is talking, but who is talking? Because it says he's talking.
Alexia.
Okay, last name, I'm sorry. I'm looking for the first name.
Callahan.
Okay. All right, did you send me a homework question?
No, sir.
And I'm just asking, why not?
Good question.
Send me a homework question. I'll go over them if you send them to me. What did I tell y'all the first week of class? If you don't send me questions, what am I going to assume?
That we don't need help.
You're going to assume that we know it.
And all of this time, say again? All of this time, I haven't been receiving any questions from y'all. So if communication, I know some of y'all don't want to do the communication thing, but it's going to end up getting you if you don't. So send me, Alexia, if you could, send me those questions, and I'll be glad to go over them Wednesday, okay? Did you hear me? Thumbs up? Okay. Send me those questions, and I'll be glad to go over them. Okay, Mr. McDonough, you have your hand up. What do you need?
His computer's doing something wacky, but he's figuring it out.
Okay. All right. So here's the first question. First question on the test, or first question on this test, because it's not going to be the same, but suppose that events E and F are independent. E is 0.6 and F is 0.7. What is the probability of E and F? Somebody tell me which rule we're going to use. That means I want somebody to unmute your mic and tell me. Or type it in the conversation.
Say it, Riley.
Multiplicative.
Multiplicative, good job. So you're going to multiply. You're going to multiply 0.7 and 0.8. So with this problem, you're going to multiply 0.7 times 0.8. And of course, that's going to give you like 0.56 or I think 0.56. So that's equal to 0.56. And type it in as a decimal. And that should be your answer. Unless, what is 7 times 6? Point what? 42? And check answer. Next. There is 0, zilch, nada. A lottery exists where balls numbered 1 through 18 are placed in an urn. To win, there is the key word, to win, you must match the 6 balls in the correct order. how many possible outcomes are there? Now, this is not asking you to put one over. You're not buying a ticket. They're saying how many possible outcomes are there? Combination balls must be in the correct what? Order or permutation. Combination or permutation? Anybody know?
Sweet Home Alabama.
Combination or permutation?
What is it?
That would be a permutation. So that would be NPR. NPR, and that's going to equal 18. P and R would be 6. So take your handy dandy calculator. And type 18, math, probability, NPR, and 6. So there are 13,366,080 different choices. Or in this case, how many possible outcomes? So 13,366,080. Now remember, they have to be in correct order, so that signifies a what? A permutation. Next. That'd be his cell phone or Teams. If you have an incomplete assignment and you put a 0 in for the grade, it decreases your grade. I wish it would stop doing this. B, he awards me extra points for these type questions. All right, what is the probability that an event is impossible? Suppose that a probability is approximated to be 0. Does this mean that the event is impossible? Nothing is impossible. Probability is 0, but does that mean the event is impossible? No. Did I see Mr. Linker? Did you have a question? Or did you just tap your hand?
No, my thing messed up.
Okay. Next. When does the homework terminate? Toward the end of the unit. Okay, go ahead and look at this one. This one is one that you should be able to answer. Determine whether the scatter diagram indicates that there's a linear relationship between two variables.
Yeah.
Okay, so somebody tell me what type of variable, what type of linear relationship do we have here? That means I want somebody again to unmute your mic and tell me what kind of linear relationship do we have?
Negative.
Negative. Why do you say that?
Because it's negative.
Because the slope is left to right what? Down. Okay. So which one you have to read? Yes, they have a linear relationship because they lie mainly in a straight line. Because they do not lie, I guess it would be Bravo. And it is a negative association. Next. This is the one that I told you would be on the test. Read it. I can't make it any bigger, I'm sorry. It says use the given table which lists 6 possible outcomes, and this is in your homework, of tossing a coin twice to determine which of the variable, which one of these probabilities is correct. which one are correct and which one are not correct. Can somebody tell me one that is not correct?
B.
D as in Delta is not correct. Somebody tell me why.
You can't have a negative probability.
You cannot have a negative probability. It has to be between 0 and 1. Thank you very much. What about, well, let's got to find one other one. Let's see. That would be 2, 6. 3, 4, 5, 6. That one's okay. 16, 16, 16. That's 3 5s. That would be okay. 5. Let's see. This would be 2 tenths. 2 tenths. That would be okay. I know one of them is supposed to be 2 of them. Let me check this one again. Let's see. This will be 2 6, 3, 4, 5. That's it. D and E. What's wrong with E? What's wrong with E?
It doesn't add up to 1.
It equals 5 6. It doesn't equal 6 6. They have to equal 1. So A, B, C, and F are probabilities. A, B, C, and F are probabilities. Next, and that's the only answer that makes sense. Fill in the blank. In terms of probability, a blank is a process with uncertain results. What does that mean? Uncertain results. What thing do we use and we don't know how the outcome is going to be? We don't know. Which one is it?
D.
D is in Delta. Yes. Next. A fair coin is tossed 2 times in succession. The set of equally likely outcomes is as follows. Find the probability of getting the same outcomes on each toss. The same outcomes would be 2 out of what? 4, which would be 1/2. Next. Please don't get this one wrong. 3 people out of this class got that one wrong. I don't know how you get it wrong. It's the only one with the United States in front of it. If you look at your overall grade one day and it has decreased, Hubert and Russia have conspired against you. All right, here we go. Consider the data in the table shown, which represents the marital status of males and females 18 years in 2003. Determine the probability that a randomly selected U.S. resident 18 years or older is divorced, or what does or mean? Somebody tell me what or means.
Add.
Adding. So let's add them. Round to the nearest hundredth. Do that. So let me take my handy dandy whiteboard. Remember the blood types? Yes or no? Somebody say, give me a thumbs up. You remember the blood types? Yes or no? Thumbs up. RH negative, thank you. This is the same type question. Go to web page. No, I can't do that. All right, so let me draw a line, and we'll make it a little bit bigger so it'll be thicker. And we're going to make it yellow, and we're going to do divorced. It's supposed to be translucent. Hold on. And it's not. There's translucent right there. Why isn't it translucent? Oh, me. It's supposed to say translucent. I don't know why. And I can't go backwards. Why can't I go backwards? There. For some reason, my translucent's not working. Divorced. Y'all having a power failure down there? Oh my gosh.
Yeah, our
we
power
done
just
shut
went out
down the
here.
School.
I don't know.
We've got 15 minutes. Start the clock, guys. We got 15 minutes.
Afghanistan is attacking us.
Evacuate, evacuate, they said.
Yeah. Well, we'll wait till we hear it over the in mail. There we go. So
We
yellow
gotta
is
leave.
going
Let's
to
go.
be divorced. So divorced is right here. And male is going to be, if I could find the color, male is going to be right there. So can somebody add up all these things? Add up those three. Okay. 212.5 million. Is that right? So 212. So I'm going to need somebody to add this up for me. 212.5 is going to be the denominator.
The
And
numerator is
yellow-
going to be
Yellow is going to be 9 plus 12.7 plus, okay, that's 21.1, so I'm going to leave that alone. And then minus or plus, and we're going to do the blue, which would be 28.6 plus 62.1 plus 2.7 plus 9.0. And somebody tell me, what is the overlap?
9.
Minus 9. And somebody add all that up and divide it and tell me what this is right here. Which one is it?
It's 115.1.
I'm sorry, say again.
115.1.
Divided by 212.5.
0.54.
And you say 0.54. And that is correct. So you see, that wasn't very difficult. Wasn't difficult at all. Next. If you take a test and you take a unit test and take several forms of a unit test in Hubert's class, how is it counted? The only possible answer, because I don't average them. All right, here's another one. The data below are the average one-way commute times of selected students during a summer literature class and the number of absences for those students for the team. Compute the linear correlation coefficient rounding to 3 decimals. So you need to punch this in your calculator. So I need to find my calculator. And here's my calculator. And I need to go to stat. edit, and type in 74, 87, 93, 92, 90, 100, 77, 102, and 82. -1. Can't use, I have to type in -1 with the keyboard. Okay. 3, 6, 6, 4, 11, 0, 11, and 1. Everybody with me? Type in, let's go ahead and get the linear, let's go ahead and get that. So that'd be stat, calculate, linear regression, and calculate. So our graph, hold on a second.
You have a work email.
Our graph is going to be y is equal to 0.4485. It said round to the third decimal place, I think. X minus 35.1648. That is your linear regression. And your R factor, your correlation coefficient, is 0.98. Okay? So, let's see what they're asking for here. I think ours is C, right? And that should be it. Wow, that was simple. Suppose that E and F are pendant. What's 0.6 times 0.2? 0.12. Maybe I should take that one off. That one's too easy. A golf ball is selected at random from a golf ball. If the golf bag contains 9 balls, A, 4, B, and 8, C, find the probability that the golf ball is not type A. So this is a complement question. We'll do this just like we did the marbles. This is a marble. Remember I told you golf ball and marbles. So here is the marble bag. I'm just going to put the balls in there. I'm not going to worry about what they're in. There's 9A. There's 4B. There's 8C. Somebody tell me, what is my denominator? What is my
21.
denominator?
Isn't it 21? 21.
I take your word for it. 21. Yeah, it looks like that. And what are we doing here? Yeah, well, it's the multiplicative law, but it says not type A. So I can do the complement, which would be the probability of 1 minus the probability of C and B. So that'd be 8/21 times 4/21. So take your handy dandy calculator. And that's going to be parentheses 1 minus parentheses 8/21 times 4/21. So the probability, wait a minute. Not A would be B and C. So I got it backwards. Not A would be the probability of B and C. So I think that would be, might be the additive law. Let's see. 8 divided by 21 times, I like to put parentheses around, insert parentheses, times 4 over 21. .07, that's what I thought. 0.07. It says round to what? 3 decimal places. 0.073. 0.073. Oops. Let's see. What did I do wrong? They are supposed to be added. Let me add them and see what you get, because they really don't say. If golf, randomly select a golf ball. If the golf bag contains 9A, 4B, and 8C, find the probability that the golf ball, one golf ball is selected. Then that would be or, yeah, or would be positive. So you got to add them. So that would, let me change the calculator and go second entry, change it to a plus. And enter. 0.57, that sounds a little bit better. 0.571. 0.571. Feels a little bit better. There we go. Next. In probability, a blank is any process that can be repeated in which the results are uncertain. I gave you two the same problems. And watch somebody get them both wrong. What is it? An experiment. All right, do this one. A certain disease only affects men 20 years of age or older. The chart shows the probability that a man with a disease falls in the given age group. What is the probability that a randomly selected man with the disease is not between 55 and 64? Not. Well, that's going to be point what? 68? Not would be 0.68 because that's 0.32, so 0.68. It's called the complement. Have y'all figured out why the lights have been cut off? I mean, is your phone telling
It's
It's raining real bad down here.
what?
It's raining real bad down here.
Well, why'd the power go off?
They said we're on a code yellow. Yeah.
That means you need to check your phone during class.
Oh, yeah.
All right.
We
How
have,
is homework, tests,
Wi-Fi 'cause of
and
batteries.
exams weighed? The only one that equals what? Somebody tell me what's the only answer?
The one that equals 100.
The one that equals 100. In a probability model, the sum of the probabilities of all the outcomes must equal what?
1.
Good job. A survey of 300 randomly selected high school students determined that 15 play organized sports. What is the probability that a student plays organized sports? Well, somebody take 15 and divide it by 300, please, and give me to the nearest thousand.
0.05.
Point what?
05.
050?
Sure.
050. And if 1,000 students, that'd be 50. Now, why am I not picking exactly? Why did I pick about?
Because there could be differences between different schools.
And there's some words you don't use in probability, right? Like perfect, exact, impossible. There's some words you don't use, and exact is one of those words. All right, draw a scattergram, that scatter diagram, comment on the type of relation it appears to be, given that x is equal to 3.5, blah, 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 blah. Determine, we're just going to do it on the Excel spreadsheet. So open in Excel. And here is the numbers, so you can put it in your calculator. There's the numbers. Go ahead and put them in your calculator. And I'm going to go ahead and draw the scatter plot. Right click, add trend line, display and display. That's what I got. What'd y'all get? Y'all, somebody give me a thumbs up if that's what you got. Remember, you have to be in the video, so I can barely see some of y'all, so make sure you stay in the video. All right, R is equal to, because there's one person I can't even see. So equals, let's see, 0.9135 raised to the 0.5 power. You know what's the best thing about this? Is I don't hear that freaking feedback. Every time I say something, A, B, C, D, that's annoying. All right, so.
Do you not like hearing yourself talk?
What?
I said, do you not like hearing yourself talk?
No, I'm not. I do not like hearing myself talk.
Okay.
I don't know who would say that because I don't. I mean, I don't know. Is that what somebody said, Miss Callahan? Is that what somebody said?
Callahan, not Callahan.
Sorry. Is that
We're
what
gonna
somebody
have
said,
a long
Miss
conversation
Callahan?
about this. No, I was just asking.
No, I do not. I do not like to hear myself talk. No, I do not.
Okay. Okay, you can continue.
All right. So what does it ask for? Well, here we got a negative correlation, I believe, right? Yes, a negative. We got a strong correlation of 1. So I believe we got a very strong negative correlation. So there appears to be a linear negative. It says round to 3 decimal places. 0.816, negative 0.816. I'm going to have to move this over. Y'all bear with me a second. Negative 0.816. And then 6.488. And I think it looks like that one. I'm going from memory, so check answer. Oh, I got to pick this one. Which one looks like that? There we go. Next. No way, no how. I do not replace any lowest grades. All right. In order for a company, blah, blah, compute the linear correlation. We've already done one of these. I'm going to skip this one because we've already done it. You type it in your calculator and you find the correlation coefficient. We did one of these in class, or I did one in one of the classes. What about the size of TV in living room and amount for heating bill? Number of doctors and number of administrators at a hospital. That would be increasing. Interest rates on car loans and number of cars sold. Well, the interest rate drops, the number of cars is going to go up. I think the size of TV and the amount of heating bill, that's no correlation. That wouldn't make any sense. Number of doctors and number of administrators at a hospital. I would say that would go up. I would say that's a positive correlation. Oh, Lord. And interest rates on car loans, that could be a negative correlation. That might be switched. No. Next. In a certain lottery, an urn contains 1 to 32. 6 balls replacement for a $1 bet. There is the question that I warned you about. For a $1 bet, they're asking you, what is the probability of winning with that one ticket? And use scientific notation. So they want the decimal.
You have a work email.
So that's going to be, and I'm just going to write it. I need somebody, well, no, I'm not going to do that either because somebody will mess it up. So 32 combination 6 times, is that all 6 numbers? There's nothing else? No, there's not. So that's going to be 1. There's not another ball. So 1 over 32 combination 6. So get your handy dandy calculator out. And that's going to be 1 divided by parentheses 32 math probability combination 6 and enter. So that's going to be 5 zeros, 1 1. Says round to the nearest hundredth, 0. Well, 0.0011, 0.000011. Okay, use scientific notation. Oh, my bad. My bad, I didn't read the directions. Scientific notation. So those of you that don't know how to type in scientific notation, of course, I know some of y'all invented it, but you would type it in 1.103, I think it says round to the nearest hundredth. 1.104. 1.104. Now listen to this, ladies, because I know the guys aren't going to listen. Multiplication symbol is the 8. Shift 8. 10 raised to the,
Priority 1 message
I
coming
done forgot
in
what
from
it
secure
said.
channel.
to the -6th power. -6th power. Okay, I don't know what it wants. I really don't know what it wants. I've done given you everything I know to give you. In a certain lottery, where'd y'all go? Y'all there? Something happened. I'm going to keep going. What should a student do if something in communication? If the linear correlation between two variables is negative, what can be said about the regression line? It's negative slope. Overall grade.
Hey, we just had a whole power outage, so all of
Okay.
us have been disconnected from the Wi-Fi. I'm on my phone at the moment.
Okay, well, thank you, Miss Callahan.
welcome.
Make sure you tell everybody that I'm going to keep on going and finish this, and it'll be on the recording, and I'll just count everybody here and tell Miss Taylor that everything worked out perfect.
All right, I got you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
You're welcome. Bye.
Scatter plot, I don't know what it looks like, so I'll let you do this on your own. I'm going to see if there's any others that we haven't covered. Ask Hubert if you can meet with him after class. Let's see. Or means what? Or means additive. So physics, 222 over the total, plus philosophy, 210 over the total. And then simplify that in a decimal. So that's the additive law.
Priority 1 message coming in.
A golf
on secure
ball is
channel.
selected at random from a golf bag. If the golf bag contains 8 green balls, we already did this one. Find the probability of event. Or means additive. So you're going to do the green plus the orange over the total, and there's nothing overlapping, so that's going to be it. It's going to be green is going to be, let's see, 6 over 17 and plus 2 over 17. And let me see what else. Another one of these we talked about, correlation coefficient. So make sure you know how to do that on your calculator or your Excel spreadsheet. It says to investigate between soybeans, amount of fertilizer, present in 8 plots equalizes. The table shows the yield of an amount of fertilizer used for each plot. Okay, so you have to look at the graph to tell if a good, and just look for a line, or there is no line. Next. And a 1-pound bag of Skittles, the probability of drawing a particular color from a bag is given below. Is this proper? Okay, add them up and see if they equal to 1, because all of them are between 0 and 1. So that part of the test is met. Now you just got to add them up and see if they equal 1. If they equal 1, yes. If it doesn't equal 1, no. That's it. So I hate it, but that's good. That's great. I'm glad that we can meet now and not have any problems. And y'all have a good day.